the city is where you'll find me, where the buildings meet the sky.
There is a local band on the Sunshine Coast that's doing great things. They're called Dear Willow, and the vocals of Dear Willow is MJ, and MJ's joined us in the studio tonight. G'day MJ, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thanks. How are you going?
Oh, sensational. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, my pleasure. Just
Sunshine
up
Coast,
the road.
Always been a local?
Yeah, I was born in Maleny. I live down at Sippy Downs now. So
Sensational, that's great. Now, I see you've got your guitar there with you too, so we might get you to do a song tonight too, if you wouldn't mind.
yeah, love to.
We mentioned the band, but you're all alone here tonight.
I guess it'd be hard to fit us in here.
Hard to fit them all through, that's for sure and certain. Tell us about Dear Willow. When did you first get together?
Okay, so Dear Willow started just me actually. I started it when I was about 18 and I started gigging professionally. Started off as a bit of a acoustic, folky kind of thing, and then over the years, as my sounds evolved, it's turned into a full band.
What got you involved in music in the first place?
Musical family, so I was singing
Really?
as soon as I could talk. Yeah.
And influences apart from the family, what sort of influences got you listening to music and what got you going?
Various. My mum is very much into world music, loves her Celtic music, and so I'd listen to that with her. And then with Dad, we'd just always listen to Fleetwood Mac and
You can't go
all
wrong
those
with
kinds
Fleetwood
of
Mac, can you?
yeah, some Phil Collins and.
Tell us about some of the things that you want to achieve in your musical career.
Well, I like to put goals down, so I definitely know this one. The biggest thing for me is to just do a lot of live. I love recording and having my songs for people to listen to later, but live is where I just feel at home. So we really want to be doing festivals and we'd like to be able to travel with our music outside of Australia as well.
We're with MJ from Dear Willow here on Tracy and the Big D on Sunshine FM tonight. MJ, one of the things that has evolved with music, obviously we're primarily a country music, but country music's evolved. It's
Yeah.
alternative. There's a whole bunch of different sounds. Do you think music, just the way that it's easily accessible, things like Spotify and so forth, has made it more open to a lot of people to engage in different genres?
Oh, definitely. I just think that there's so many ears out there, so to be able to have music so accessible, it just means that people can dabble in a lot more of listening.
Well, that's enough talk. I reckon you grab that guitar, hey, and then we're going to sing. What are you going to sing for us?
I think I'm singing I Was Young.
Excellent. We'll let it get together, and this is MJ from Dear Willow.
Years ago I was so young, didn't know who I'd become, didn't know who I was yet, tried a few me's to find the best. I was young and pretty, so much so that you couldn't see me, just young and pretty. All the things boys wanted in me. Years ago I was so young, didn't know who I'd become, didn't know what life was yet. Now it's hard to try forget. I was young and pretty, so much so that you couldn't see me, just young and pretty. All the things boys wanted in me, and it's a shame how broken hearts bruise. I didn't lie, I just had to choose, and it's a shame how you can build things up and be shocked by seeing the truth. I wasn't evil, hiding the truth. It just wasn't me that you couldn't see. I wasn't hard or careless or rude, it just wasn't what you wanted in me. I spent years repenting for your imagination. imagination. You built this world in your own head. It's not my fault, to say the least. I was young and pretty, so much so that you couldn't see me. Just young and pretty, all the things boys wanted me. Years ago I was so young.
That's MJ and I Was Young from Dear Willow. How good's that? That's fabulous.
Thanks so much.
You've got an EP out, Dear Willow, Hold Yourself Down. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's a debut EP. It's something that I worked on. It's a bit of a back catalogue of songs that I'd been working on. So one track on there is from when I first started Dear Willow. It's called North for Winter. And then there's a newer track on there which is called Hold. So it's a bit of a rounded view of the last few years. So I'm excited for everyone to be able to see and hear that.
So the EP is called Hold Yourself Down, and you've generously organised a couple of copies here for us, and we're going to do a bit of a Facebook campaign on that.
Ooh.
And the key is the EP is called Hold Yourself Down, and there was a song on it, track 4, that was a song that you wrote right back at the beginning, and it's called North for Winter. So you've got to put North for Winter or Hold Yourself Down in the comments, and we'll organise a copy of this EP for you. People like what they hear. How do they get their hands on a physical copy or downloads, all of that sort of stuff?
Physical copies, you can go onto our website and email me, or just Facebook us on our Dear Willow Facebook page. If you want to stream it or download it online, you can find it anywhere, Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff.
There it is. So if you want to find out more about Dear Willow and, of course, gigs around the place, be able to keep in touch with all of that as well?
Yeah, all of our upcoming gigs are on there.
MJ, it's been great to catch up with you. Now, we might play one of these songs off the EP rather than just pick a... So why don't you pick one?
Let's go with The City.
The City. All right, that's track 3. The EP's called Hold Yourself Down, and this is MJ and Dear Willow.
In the city